How to make six figures in 2022 online, even if you're at the age of 20, 30, 40s, or even at the 60 plus, right? So if you want to make this happen into reality, then this particular video is for you. If you're really committed to doing what it takes to achieve your goals and you're going to take action on the things you're about to learn, because I'm going to walk you through the exact steps of generating six figures in your business. So we are going to talk about the 8 pillars of the success framework, basically your roadmap to building a successful and a profitable company. So make sure you got a pen and a paper so that you are ready to take down a lot of notes, right? So now the 8-step methods, right? What exactly is a roadmap, right? And how this particular roadmap will help a particular business or a set of businesses. So you might be having several of these kind of questions, right? So let me tell you, this particular business model will definitely help most of the businesses. If you're a service provider, if you're a student, a blogger, photographer, you're an artist, you're into a coaching industries, you're developing a membership sites, or you're into a SaaS industries, it could be any of these industries, right? This roadmap, the framework of this particular roadmap will definitely help your businesses to explode to very next level, right? So now coming back, cutting down the fluff and ifs and buts, but coming back with the content, that is the framework number one. The step number one is objective. What exactly is the objective of your businesses? What is the purpose of your businesses, right? Have you able to understand what exactly your business stands for? Who exactly this particular business stands for, right? And have you ever thought about your businesses by having the plan, the planning stage? Because this is the number one stage which most of the businesses, they don't think about the planning, but only think about the execution, right? So the first important foremost step into the successful of your businesses is having an objective, having the goal settings, right? You definitely have to have the goals. Either it could be a long-term goal, either it could be a short-term goal. It definitely have to have a goal oriented, because without that, your business, you cannot get started with your businesses, or probably when you're getting started, you may not be knowing what you need to do every month or day to day or every month activities, right? So for that, you definitely have to understand is the purpose of your businesses, the objective of your businesses, the goal settings, right? Like whether you want to achieve your six figures in a span of 2 years, in a span of 1 year, in a span of 6 months, right? As for that, you definitely have to understand what exactly the action things which you need to apply so that you can move further towards your goal achievement. So this is the step number one, the framework for achieving six figures. Now the step number two, which we call as research. Research is really essential by understanding your niche, whatever you want to pronounce them as, right? So what kind of niche are you talking about? So if you are a blogger, then what kind of niche are you trying to do a blogging? Whether it is a personal development, whether it is a fashion blogging, whether it is a photography blogging, right? So you definitely have to understand the niche. What kind of niche are you aligned with, right? You definitely have to have passion towards that particular niches. You definitely have to understand what kind of niches you are trying to work on, because that will definitely help you in understanding who exactly is your audiences, right? So make sure you understand, do the researches not only on YouTube, but also onto Google, also onto Quora.com, also onto various websites, various social media, so that will give you a clear picture, understanding what exactly niche you need to talk about, whether it is a competitive niche, right? Whether you can also analyze who is your competitors, what are they doing with, how are they scaling up their businesses, right? So you definitely have to do all these kind of researches in order to make your business to explode to very next level. Step number three is understanding the most crucial, I would say, is the most important aspects of your business. Getting into six figures is understanding your own audiences, right? Who is your actual audiences? Where do they hang out on? Where they are from? Where are they located right? What kind of languages do they speak? What is their spending? Or what is the average spending with they are making it? So there's a lot of questions which you definitely have to make more understanding, right? And as per that, you can understand developing your product, right? So I would definitely tell you that from the idea stage toward the execution stage, right? This is the most important crucial steps, which is really important for any businesses to grow. Understanding their actual audiences. If you're not able to understand your actual audiences, that will definitely not help your business to grow to very next level. So make sure you understand your audience. Here's step number 4. Revenue. Definitely revenue is so important, right? So now in this, we are not talking about your gross revenue. It is not important. We are definitely talking about the revenue which is actually inside your bank account. So revenue is so important for any businesses to grow to very next level, because you can use this revenue, you can touch this revenue, you can feel this revenue, right? You can show this revenue, you can use that particular revenue. So definitely I think that cash is definitely the king, right? So we definitely focus on understanding the revenue which we are getting from that particular businesses, right? So once you understand this revenue, right, so you have to understand where you are getting the revenue the most, right? What is the number one step which is helping you to get that particular revenue? As I mentioned, the step number 1, the goal settings, right? Are you very close towards your goals, right? And whether it is the revenue which you're making in, whether it is from your coaching industries or whether it is from the step number 1, the ideation which you have done with, right? Are you trying to sell something? You definitely have to understand the revenue which you are getting in, the gross revenue, the ultimate revenue, right? You definitely have to maintain those financial things, because this is really essential. You definitely have to do this bookkeeping, which will definitely give you more information. Like there might be your expenses when you're trying to run advertisements, when you are hiring someone to doing the further activities like managing your social medias, or writing for you some of your blogs, or writing some descriptions or sales copy. There are a lot of things which you want to outsource with, right? So you definitely have to pay some of that from your revenue. So you definitely have to record your expenses as well as your incomes. So make sure you also focus on getting involved with managing your finances, which is really important, right? Now, in the framework of aid, we are talking about now step number 5, which is called skill building. So I definitely wanted to tell you this is very important, is work with the passion. What are you passionate with, right? What kind of activities you want to do so that can bring you some extra income? Are you passionate in helping others in managing the social medias? Are you passionate with helping them with designing their social media banners, right? So are you passionate with writing? Are you passionate with talking? The various other activities where you can do it, and which can definitely help you in making further more money. The only thing you need to understand is your skill set, right? Your skill set is so important. Once you identify them and that particular skill set, where you wanted to apply and how you wanted to help your someone, where you are helping them with their skill set, and in return you are getting paid. It could be your hourly wages, it could be your monthly wages, right? But I would recommend, in order to make this 6 figures, you definitely have to understand is the monthly retainers fees. Because once you have, like for example, you are a social media expert and you are managing anywhere between 8 to 10 Pinterest account, right? So every month you get paid about anywhere between roughly about some $1,000 for maintaining one client, and you only have to have 10 clients in order to make that $10,000, right? And within 10 months you make it happen into reality, is from that particular 10 clients you made 6 figures. So in order to understand is every month for you, there's no reason to look out more clients and stuff like that. If you're helping this 10 clients to attain their success, and if you are giving them good results, believe me, they would stay with you for the longer, and they are also ready to pay you for the more for your work. So make sure your skill set, right? You definitely have to improve your skill set by undergoing little trainings, like updating yourself with what you're doing in, that will definitely help you in making this happen into reality, right? So now we are coming back with the framework which we're talking about, which will definitely help you in making this six figures happen into reality is the step number 6 is system building. System building is so important, right? It is also essential not only in managing your finances, but the system building is also essential in showcasing your product. It could be from your sales pages, it could be your website, your sales pages, it could be your automation, the autoresponders, where you are trying to send them the emails, where are you storing those emails, and when you're trying to run ads, right? What kind of ads are you trying to run, and whether you are generating a lead ads, when you're trying to run lead ads, where that particular leads are coming and stored, right? And the automations, it's not only on autoresponders through like I use ConvertKit for my email softwares. I also use other softwares which will definitely do my automations for making the payments, right? When I have to receive the payments, right? Even the automation software should collect that invoices and collect the payments and send the invoices automatically, right? So that is so much important. So make sure you get involved with these systems and softwares. Even if you are into content, you definitely have to have some softwares like Asana, or you definitely have to have something like Trello's or something like that, right? At the same time, you definitely have to have your bookkeepings, QuickBooks, so that you can manage your finances, and the automation softwares, which is really essential for your businesses, like Slack, which have everything which help your businesses to grow and flourish with the automation. So believe me, system is so important. You definitely don't need to have a huge system, but a simple system for your business to grow to very next level. And next comes step number step number 7, right? Scalability and growth. Your business, you definitely have to have where you can grow, right? Probably every 6 months to 1 year, you definitely have to grow in your businesses, right? So your businesses should have your scalability. Your business should have the sustainabilities, right? Like, your business should not be here for 6 months to 1 year and go, right? You have to build your business so that you can stay there for quite a long period. So for example, if I take an example of probably Sheen Kennel, who is one of those YouTubers, right? He is here from such a long time, right? Still he is with YouTube. He shares a lot of tips and hacks and strategies on how to grow on YouTube really quick and fast, but doing with all the white hat methods. So when we talk about this, it means that he is procuring content from day after day, month after month, and year after year, and still he is with that particular sustainability, credibility. But at the same time, you don't even have to think about is what kind of things you wanted to adapt in your businesses, so that will definitely help your business to grow, right? So if I take my own businesses, I definitely deal with create some Canva templates, right? And I definitely try to sell those templates. So every then and then I definitely have to include some of my new templates so that I can come up and I can sustain into the market, and at the same time I can have that sustainabilities and credibilities, right? At the same time, I should also grow into my business to very next level. So in that way, you definitely have to think out of the box that what kind of product you want to have, or what kind of services you want to include here, and then you definitely have to do some tweaking and changes with the pace of the changing environment, even with the social medias, even with the online world. So you definitely have to think about sustainability's growth, and you definitely have to have the mindset of the growth, right? That is really important. So changes does happen. You definitely have to take into considerations the changes into a very positive way and apply the strategies, and you could definitely see the results to very next level. So now the step number 8, which is one of those important aspects, which I believe that my business has grown to from zero to about $650,000 in just 11 months, was not that easy, but still it was not that difficult, because I followed the same step which I mentioned with you all for today, right? Now we're coming back with the end of this conversations, which is step number 8 is networking, negotiating with your clients, right? Which is really important. So when you're doing networking, that will definitely help your businesses to grow and spread across the world, that you also exist into the business market, depending upon the niche which you're selected, depending upon who exactly is your audiences, right? So you definitely have to network with someone who is similar towards your audiences, or someone who is very close to you and they are not into that particular businesses, but probably you might go and talk to them and share them that this is what exactly is your business all deals with, and how you both can help each other so that you both can grow together. So for an example, I have seen a lot of coaches, right? What they do is they crisscross selling platforms, right? So they have like coach number A has his own email list, and coach number B has his own email list. So what they do is, with their mutual understandings, they coach A promote coach B product, and coach B promote coach A product, and that's how you can network with each other, and that's how you can go from your own email list, so that you can build furthermore email list from your both from coach A and B, right? So this is something really important, because you definitely have to have is the growth mindset, as I mentioned, right? You definitely have to have the negotiation ability, so that when you're up when you're hiring someone for your team, and if they are charging huge money and you don't want that to happen, then you definitely have to have that skill of negotiating, right? Sometimes you definitely have to think about the quality versus the quantity. So I believe in this video you have definitely learned about how to make six figures in 2022, irrespective of age, irrespective of countries, irrespective of the work which you're doing in, because all these steps which I have laid down, right, that will definitely help your business to grow to very next level. So if you think this particular video has helped you to understand what you need to do and how to grow your businesses, and make sure you comment below this video.